Shem Yahushai Bashem Rakak Wadash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect and feeding the sheep of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai in sincerity and in truth of this great gospel. And we're gonna get straight into the lesson. This lesson about this famine that's coming, man. This famine that's coming. And the Bible said what the vision is set for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. And we see these visions speaking clear as day. We see what Esau setting up the stages. Esau been setting up the stages for a famine, because he's shutting down a lot of grocery stores. Been shut down a lot of what else? These WalMarts are being shut down now. That became the new grocery store for a lot of these people, Jake's, because through Esau's NWO agenda, what did they do? They shut down the mom and pop stores. They shut down your convenience stores and gave you these big corporation build businesses, these big huge corporation businesses to take over those mom and pop stores. Why? Because it's all about the MOTB at the end of the day. Everything leads to what? The MOTB at the end of the day, man. Matter of fact, let me read this verse in Revelation 18:8. It says, "Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine." I'm going to read that again. "Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine. And she shall utterly be burned with fire, for strong is the Lord Yahweh, is the Lord who judgeth her." So the Lord's going to send different plagues upon America, which is Babylon the Great, And the stages are being set as we speak. These devils are doing what? It says, why are food processing plants burning down in 2023? Right? Why are food processing plants burning down in 2023? It's like every year you get something hit with you. You get hit with something new. Last year, the year before is the C-19, right? They come this year now. They done hit you with this Ukrainian war. You got two devils fighting against each other. The big devil wanted his other land back, USSR. He want to go back to that USSR spirit. What else? You got this fires. You had the fires from California on the West Coast, Midwest areas, right? What else? Every year you got the different bad weather patterns. The Lord is just jacking this place up, because it says, matter of fact, let me go to this visitors. Because these people don't understand the signs that are upon us. I'm gonna go to the book of Habakkuk. Let's do Habakkuk 2:1. It says, "I will stand upon my watch," because the Lord set up certain watchmen. That's why we're watching. That's why these videos are coming more rapidly. That's why brothers are making more lessons. Brothers are going out on the streets preaching more. Because guess what? We're watching for what them signs. We're watching for the coming of our Lord and Savior, man. And it said different things would happen before the coming of the Lord. It's Habakkuk 2:1. It says, "I will stand upon my watch, and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. Then Yahweh answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it." Right? That he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. Man. It says, for the vision is for an appointed time. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. At the end it shall speak and not lie. How we know we're at the end? Because this is Edom's society. This is Edom's rulership. For Esau is the end of the world, and we know that this man is not as great as he used to be. His system is not as powerful as it once was. Things are not in order as they once used to be. Things are out of order, and it's unfixable. There's no balm. It says take balm for her. No, that there's no healing medicine for Babylon the Great. And you Jakes are what POWs here in America. So you're gonna feel the sufferings right along with Esau Edom, you 2/3. I'm read Habakkuk 2:1 and Salaki. Habakkuk 1:1. It says, "The burden which Habakkuk profited did see Oh, Salaki. Bear with me. There we go. Habakkuk 2:1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. That's why it says, blessed is he that readeth. And hear the words of this prophecy, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. It's not going to lie. The Lord talked about famine, tribulations. The Lord talked about Jacob's trouble. The Lord talked about shutting America the fuck down. And America about to be shut the, down. It says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. It will not tarry, man, because this man got to pay. It's called retribution for being one of the filthiest nations on the face of the earth. Guess what? One of the plagues you got to go through is that famine, and we see it happening. I'm going to read it again. It says, why are food processing plants being burned down in 2023? Exclusive. Food shortages magnified. It said what the Lord said. Let me get this right here. It's 2nd Ezra 6 verse 22. Yeah, prepare for this. And suddenly, out of nowhere, shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. There was a report about Similac, baby milk. There was a shortage on baby milk. Yeah, it's getting bad out here. You women, you don't know what the fuck you gonna feed them kids in them days. The Bible even told you. Let's go to that verse. Book of Matthew. We're gonna read the book of Matthew, 24 verse 19. Yes. And it says, and woe unto them that are with child. But the Bible told us to be fruitful and multiply. And I just found my love, man. That's my baby, man. I had to get her pregnant. I love her, man. No, the Bible said, hey, for every time, there's a season. Matter of fact, bear with me. We gotta keep them verses coming, man. Yeah, here we go. Ecclesiastes 3:1. It says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to pluck up which is planted, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up. Is this the time to be trying to build up yourself in Babylon the Great, in this society? No, because the people of this society is preparing for war. Yeah, they're preparing for war. Pretty soon, wait that draft come through. Say goodbye to your sons. Say goodbye to your daughters. They ass is finna go overseas. And while they overseas fighting, your ass finna eat a nuclear missile on the shores of America. If you're not of the elect, it says a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and to gather stones together, a time to embrace, a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get. Is America getting it? No, America ain't getting it, man. Okay, Too Short said a song. He said, get it while the getting is good. Because it's going to be a time where the getting is no longer good. Yeah, that's why the Bible told you what happened. The motherfucking full storehouses and places you go get that food. I'm reading again, 2nd Ezra 6:22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. They burning down these different food plants. Food shortages magnified by a string of destroyed food processing facilities. A string of food processing facilities. And we know Bill Gates just purchased a bunch of farms across America. Last Thursday, firefighters contended with a massive blaze at California's Taylor Farm plant. That same day, an airplane crashed into Idaho Gem State's processing facility. Come on. Look at this. Is this planned? Exclusive. Food shortages magnified by a string of destroyed food processing facilities. Hallelujah, Shimmy outside. What everything is leading to what? Salvation. Salvation. Let's read Second Ezra. We're gonna start at 6 and verse 18. It says, and it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth, and will begin to make inquisitions of them what they be that have hurt unjustly with their injusticeness. And when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled, like we said, this is all leading to our salvation, the downfall of this society, the downfall of this kingdom. That's why you should have been separated yourselves from these devils. You should have been separated yourselves from this mentality of thinking of Babylon the Great. Because if you're thinking about 3 meals a day, right? If you're thinking about I'm about to get off work and go home and watch some television, go watch some sports, yeah, you go get me a burger and some fries. The chicken spot should be open down the street. Give me a 10-piece for me and my wife. Yeah, nigga, that's the past. The Lord finna destroy that world, that convenient shit, that fast food shit, that ready to eat shit. Pretty soon you about to eat shit, nigga. That's coming. That's the future. Y'all about to eat shit. I'm reading, says, and will begin to make inquisitions of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled, and when the world that shall begin to vanish, That's why them stores you knew when you was a little boy. You remember you was a little boy walking, holding on to your mama hand. Your mama pushed you in the car. You had Toys R Us. Where the fuck Toys R Us at now, nigga? Nowhere to be found, right? We keep going a bunch of other stores you used to go to when you was a little baby, when you was a little child, when you was a minor, when you was a kid. Yeah, them days is over. Them days is over. Your ass old, grumpy, at work, upset, depressed, oppressed, about to lose your damn mind because you don't got your how about shimmy our shot. Yeah, you think you still trusting in Egypt. You still trusting in this world. So guess what? You are about to suffer. You are about to suffer. Yeah, let's jump to verse 22. The main point. The main point, verse 22. It says 2nd Ezra 6, verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. Yeah, they burning down these motherfuckers. The Lord crashing planes into them. And we already know that somebody probably jumped clear the fuck out the plane before that plane crashed in that bitch. Come on, man. I'm not buying none of these stories. You can't trust this devil. We know there's some called a plandemic. A plandemic. We know this man has a agenda. You know he has an agenda that needs to be fulfilled for him to bring in the MOTB and set up that New World Order. That means you need to depend on Satan. You need to depend on Satan. So there's going to be a rationing of food. Yeah, there's going to be oh no, we only have this much for this place. Yeah. Yeah, prepare for harsh times. And what comes in when all that shit kicks off? What comes in? Let's read this. This is 2nd Ezra 15, verse 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. What? The city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Why? Why? There's a reason. There's a reason. Let's read it. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because the lack of bread, because of a famine, man.